and more peace. What it do, y'all? It's your brother, man, from the motherland, coming to you guys live from the NY, back with another one. Hope you guys had a phenomenal Monday. So for me, this is my Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow is back to the plantation. Had a nice long mini vacay celebrating the B-Day. Shout out to all those that gave the birthday shout out. Mean a lot. You know, the ancestors and the creators kept me alive for another year, which means it's another year of me being in you niggas' ears. You heard? But I wanted to talk to you guys about NBA All-Star Weekend. Yeah, I think it's time for the NBA to just scrap the All-Star Weekend. I think it just needs to just be totally removed, never spoken of, or make it like a marathon where we go down memory lane. Remember when Sports Center back in the days used to give you the sports centuries and used to watch all the sports and every boxing, classic baseball games. I think they need to do that with All-Star Weekend. The All-Star Weekend is literally nothing but a joke at this point. Not only is it a joke, I find it very disrespectful for those that love basketball, for those that bust their ass Monday to Sunday trying to get into the NBA. I feel like it's a slap in their face. I just feel like it's just a disrespect to all the hard work. People like Michael Jordan, people like Iverson, Kobe, Dominique Wilkins, Patrick Ewing, you know, the people that took the sport of basketball and elevated it to the next level. I feel like these guys really, you know, today's NBA and the NBA itself in delivering such nasty product is being disrespectful. I think the NBA needs to also get rid of Adam Silver. No disrespect to Adam Silver. You really don't know what you're doing when it's pertaining to the NBA. You're more of a people pleaser than a business pleaser, right? You're more focusing on pleasing the players than you are literally um you're more of a people pleaser than you are literally for the game. The game is not your concern. You're more focused on making people like LeBron James happy when you're supposed to keep the integrity of the game. Some of you may not like David Stern, but that man was for the game. He kept the integrity of the game. The things that these players are getting away with now, they could not do it under David Stern. And I don't know David Stern personally, but I know you could not bring this to the table on All-Star Weekend. Let's start off. Let's start off with the dunk contest. What the heck was that? What was going on during that dunk contest? First and foremost, is it me or is these dunkers or players that's being selected to be dunkers or literally being chosen out of a bag? Like, for example, did you guys see Jason Richardson's son? Now, all jokes aside, I'm not trying to be funny. I really want you guys to think about this. Do he honestly look like a basketball player to you? That man looks like he worked at the IT department in Apple. That man looked like he worked at the IT department in Apple. He don't even look like he was NBA ready. He looked like the way his body was shaped, he looked like he literally came into training camp yesterday. Like, that's how his body was looking. That man was looking like, yo, Brody, tell me I'm lying. You know I'm telling you the truth. That man was looking like somebody that will pack your bags, your groceries inside of a supermarket, bro. He looked like a store manager. He does not carry the body of an NBA player. He does not. Compared to how his father looked and how he looked is literally like night and day. Like literally like night and day. The man looked like he's the one that's running the show in Costco, bro. Now then you get the dude on the I don't even know these people's names. The dude that played for the Spurs. Yo, forget that. Forget that. Let's talk about the judging. Yo, bro, the dunks that we seen that day, and this is anybody can agree. The dunks that we seen that day, not a single dunk was worth a 30. Tell me I'm lying. There was not a single dunk that took place that night that was worth a 30. Everything was literally a 20. Everything in that dunk contest, the dunks that was displayed was worth a 20. It's literally dunks that we've seen plenty of times. Yo, I got more kick out of watching regular dunk contests in my neighborhood than I do the NBA. When I see children dunking on crates, it was more of an excitement than what I saw on Saturday. Tell me I'm lying, guys. Then they got this one dude who came in here dancing his holy way through the NBA. The nigga that won the dunk contest, this man was dunking. Every dunk that this man did was dirt. Wow, he jumped over E40 and he put his hands behind his head. My man, you're 6'10". You're supposed to do that. E40 is like 5'8", 5'7". You're supposed to do that. You're supposed to do that. The entire dunk, the tip between the legs, all that, bro. That was mediocre work, bro. You can't go from giving me Zach LaVine, Aaron Gordon. You giving me a phenomenal dunk contest, and this is what you're displaying moving forward. This is what we got. This is what people went home early or got out of work fast, rushing home to see. That's what we saw. That's what we saw. So because he knows E40, that's the green light to the reasoning why the dunk contest and what he was doing was okay. Because it would have been a miracle if he didn't know nobody, didn't dance, and gave us some good ass dunks. Like cocking it back, do something, bro. Something. Bro, Jason Richardson's son fell on his back trying to do a 360. He fell on his back trying to do a 360. The dude that was on the Lakers, bro, the dude on the Spurs really thought he did something phenomenal because he put the balls in between his legs. Pause. The dude on the Lakers literally, I don't know what he did. The entire thing was trash. I'm sitting there and I'm watching it with the Wiz. I'm like, yo, this is gonna be dirt. Even when I'm seeing the highlights of why they were selected, I was like, so they're in the dunk contest because they did those dunks in the NBA game. Oh yeah, it's about to be a short night. Now let's proceed with the 3-point contest. Now, as far as the 3-point contest go, I mean, to be honest with you, that's probably like the only highlight of the whole entire weekend. That and the celebrity game. But even the 3-point shootout is becoming too much. Is becoming too arcadish. It's not a traditional 3-point shooting contest, man. Like, we didn't need all that extra the money ball shooting from 10 blocks away. Like, we don't need that. Like we didn't need that. Like all of that extra stuff that you guys are doing with they're trying to expand and bring the excitement into the 3-point contest. You're literally focusing on the thing that don't need focusing on. Like anybody that's play basketball, whether you're a professional, just a casual player, you know how hard it is to shoot threes. There's no need to play with that. Pause. There's no need for that. And if you want to spice it up, like if you're gonna spice up the All-Star game, let's spice it up for real, right? Spice it up by making America versus the other countries. You get 5 American, you get 5 Canadians, 5 Europeans, 5 Asians, 5 South Africans, and you put everybody in that court and see who comes out on top. I feel like that's what needs to be done. The skills challenge, that needs to be removed immediately. Like at this point, I don't even know why that is even there. Like what skills is being displayed? Like what skills? These dudes is carrying that. What like? Yeah. Let's get rid of, please, I'm begging you, let's get rid of the NBA All-Star weekend. Let's just get rid of it. It's just you guys are not doing nothing to uphold the integrity of All-Star weekend. I remember when the All-Star games was something like everybody looked forward to. Everybody looked forward to finally get to be on a team playing with great players, right? The greatest players are finally having an opportunity to play amongst each other, feed off each other, learn each other, and then compete with the opposite side of other great players. And you know who I blame for that? I blame LeBron James. I blame LeBron for the state of the NBA. I blame LeBron. I don't care what none of you guys tell me. I blame LeBron. Why do I blame LeBron? For one, he made it okay to have super teams. Yes, he made it okay. I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear they was doing it before. I don't want to hear none of that. They was doing it before, but they wasn't doing it while he was the elite player in the world. Right? When I say the elite, he was the face of the NBA. There was no face figure of the NBA that did such thing like LeBron James. That's why it's still affecting the NBA this very moment in 2026. I hold him accountable. I don't care for none of that. He took his talents to South Beach. He started creating this friendship. Everybody showing love and kumbaya. Like, yo, bro, I don't want that. I don't want to see you giving daps after you got spanked, bro. I don't want to see you being like, yeah, so I'm gonna see you over the summer. I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to see none of that. I don't even listen. I don't even want to know that these people are your buddies. We never knew Jordan was cool with Charles Barkley. I didn't know none of these things until these niggas retired. They say, yeah, that's my best friend. We go golfing every day. But when it's time to play ball, I don't know you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to have no association with you. That's what the NBA was. And it died. It died when LeBron James came on the scene, bro. It died when David Stern passed away and gave the baton to this Adam Silver nigga. These niggas were so afraid of what happened in Indiana, what happened in the Palace. Like, oh, my nigga, it is what it is. Yes, fans are gonna get beaten. It is life, bro. Y'all, you guys acted like AR-15 went off and like 90 people was unalive, bro. That's not what took place. Somebody was crazy. They threw a water drink at the player. The player reacted by going up there, punching you in your face. I think that is a fair share of what you do. You violate, I get the opportunity to violate back. Yeah, he do have ugly feet, but that's neither here nor there. Like I feel like from that moment on, the NBA went downhill, bro. The NBA is not the same NBA. It's not. It's just not. And I blame LeBron James. I can't listen. I'm trying to figure out who allowed the game to be in this condition. And the only person that I can point my fingers to is LeBron. Kobe was the last of the Mohicans. Kobe, Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, Ron Artest. You know what I'm saying? These are the Steven Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Matt Barnes. You know what I'm saying? Even though these niggas wasn't superstars, but they still carry the integrity of the game. Like, yo, you're not my mans. When we on this court, I don't care for you, bro. I don't care for you, bro. We lost that. All of that is gone. We're literally left with a watered down, broken. Listen, not only is it watered down, the floor sit is messed up, bro. The floor sit is snapped. Yo, I don't even think they can fix it. A plumber cannot go out his way to fix it. That's how bad the NBA and the NBA All-Stars have gotten. The All-Star weekend just needs to just be eradicated. Just give these niggas a day off. Allow them to have the day off. Allow them to go be with their families for 3-4 days. Let the fans or make the All-Star weekend a day for the fans. Let the fans be the ones to be invested into the basketball. Let the fans get an opportunity to play the celebrities. Let the fans get the opportunities to shoot the three-pointers. Let the fans get the opportunity to do the skill challenge. Let the fans get the opportunity because the players ain't doing it. It's just not it. Why don't we get what's his name? Why don't we get Kyrie Irving, Jamal Crawford, Steph Curry, Iverson, and let them have a dribble battle, bro. Let's bring back Horse. Get the 5 best shooters in the NBA, and they have to shoot the craziest shots, bro. You understand? Let's get something going where the integrity of the game remains, because at this point right now in 2026, the integrity of the game is gone. Just give the fans the opportunity to engage with the athletes. Let's play horse, bro. Let's play horse. Let everybody get the 5 best shooters. I just see Steph Curry shoot where the announcing table was, commentary was all the way up top of there. He shot it and went in. Let that be in the game. Let that be part of the weekend, bro. Give us that. Because what we're receiving is just not it. Yo, bro, let me show you how bad the All-Star game is. Let me show you how bad the dunk contest and everything with it is so bad. We would be more excited to see Vince Carter at 40 something years old with Tracy McGrady at 40 something years old participate in the dunk contest than what we saw just now. We would have been more excited seeing these OGs battle it out. Can you imagine Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady, Dominique, Julius Irvin, all these dudes just suit up and just do regular dunk, because it's going to be 10 times better. It's going to be more appreciative. People is going to be more acceptive to the mediocre dunks than the shit that we got from these little niggas that's under 29 years old. These dudes is not even at their prime, and look how they're jumping. Trash. Just give us something that's going to be better. I was so disappointed. And usually I don't talk about these things, but I was home. I was like, yo, son, Saturday chilling, you know what I'm saying? Trying to spend them bread. I don't went out for my be there, then did enough. I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna chill. Yo, from what I saw, I was so disappointed. Yeah, give us something. Listen, I would take a layup from the OGs, then I would do these little niggas. From what I saw was beyond disappointment. Heartbreaking at this point. I didn't even watch, listen, guys, I didn't even watch the All-Star game. I don't even want to watch the highlights on ESPN. Like I was so disappointed in what I saw and the product that's being served to the people. I felt disrespected. I said, yo, bro, this is what you giving me? The audacity. This is what you giving me? Oh, you ain't getting my time on Sunday. You got that. I'm telling you guys, the celebrity game and the 3-point contest is the only things that needs to stay in the NBA All-Star weekend. Outside of that, everybody should just stay home. Give them a 3-day vacation. I don't think so. Because there's not enough nice Serbians in the NBA, bro. It's not. It's not. It's not. The NBA is just not it, bro. Just not it. It's just not it. And I agree. I think the NBA should literally be the Europeans versus the Americans, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think it should be the Europeans versus the Americans. You know what I'm saying? I think the celebrity weekend, yeah, you got the celebrity games, but then you got the rookies. What is it? The rookies versus sophomores. Then you should give us the OGs versus the OGs. I would love to see Patrick Ewing play against Olajuwon. You know what I'm saying? I would love to see those type of pickup games. Anybody that watches the sport of basketball, I'm talking about like play it as well. You guys know when you see the OGs come on the court, bro, it's a phenomenal time, bro. They know the tricks and dabs into the NBA. They know how to get their shots. They just control the game, and I feel like we should have that. I feel like the All-Star should present that for the people, because the product that we're receiving is just not it. I feel like it's just not it, bro. It's just not it. It's just not it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like have some real competition, bro. Like get the old school, get the old school Celtics, right? Run the three man again. KG Pierce, Ray Allen, Rondo versus Mario Chalmers. LeBron not gonna play because he's a bitch made nigga. You're gonna get Dwayne Wade and see if you could put in Bosh, get Bosh, and let's just have something where we can just be engaged. Like, yo, son, game 21. No twos. Every basket is 1 point, bro. Winner either takes the money, or they gave the money to charity, or they help children get scholarships. They could do so much. They could do so much. Listen. I believe we will never get it back as well. I believe that. Yeah, you know what? Because we on YouTube, I'm gonna be mindful of what I say. I don't think it's gonna come back. Let's just keep it like that. I don't think the NBA is gonna be the same. Matter of fact, when I say this, some of you guys may agree or disagree, but just hear me out. The NBA will not recover until Steph Curry and LeBron James retire. Listen to what I'm about to tell you. Before you say I'm wilding, just listen to me. Just listen. We all know that Steph Curry is by far the greatest shooter that ever played this game. Like, literally the greatest shooter that ever played this game. Right? But when he came, but when he came to the NBA, remember, he was small. He couldn't get to the hole, because if he got to the hole, they would have broke his face. So he started shooting threes, and he was making them, and he was making it easily. Now you got every single person in the NBA, in the streets. Everybody now just want to shoot threes. This is the NBA right now. The condition of the NBA is just, these are the two things that you're going to see in the NBA. You're going to see a drive to the basket, or you're going to see a 3-point shot. Let me say that again. The only thing you're going to see in the NBA today is a drive to the basket or a 3-point shot. That 3-point shot is because of Steph Curry. When you see 7-footers shooting threes, that's letting you know that the NBA is out of order. Whether they can shoot it or not, that's not what I'm saying. Whether they can shoot it or not is not the argument. The argument is that Steph Curry had made individuals never desire anything besides shooting threes. When you watch the AAUs, when you watch street ball, when you watch everybody playing, even when you're playing video games and you're playing 2K, the only thing you're seeing people do is take it to the rim or shoot a three. That same energy goes on in every demographics of basketball right now. There's no fundamentals. These little niggas don't have no footwork. These little niggas don't know how to run a true pick and roll. These niggas don't even have a mid-range. These little niggas, I don't understand how centers can shoot threes but can't make free throws. These niggas can shoot threes but can't make free throws. How can you shoot threes but you can't make free throws? So again, Steph Curry and LeBron James. Steph Curry made everybody want to be three-point shooters. LeBron James made the integrity of the basketball weak and soft. Everybody is buddies. Everybody is buddies. Kobe didn't even start opening up until he was come on the decline of his career. Everybody is buddies. Everybody is cool. Everybody after the game is going out for brunch and lunch. Their wives know his wife. I'm like, what the heck is going on here? Do these people not know that this is a competitive sport? That the objective is to be better than you? Is what, nobody ain't watching the movie Gladiators? Nobody ain't watching anything where it's competitiveness at its highest order. Why would you want to be friends with me if I'm being paid to destroy you? How can me and you be cool when I'm being paid top dollar to destroy you? Vice versa. How can we be cool? How can we have a conversation? How can I invite you into my house knowing that you might find something and use it against me on the court? Why would I bring you into my house? But when you have a LeBron James, when you have a LeBron James, you throw that out the window. After the game, the nigga lose, he's laughing like, ha ha ha, ha, yeah, bro, I'm gonna link up with you when it's over. What? Your name and your number would have been on delete right after the game. But this is not what we're getting now. What we're getting is a bunch of friendly basketball players. And you know one thing an OG said? I forgot who said that. I think it was KG or was it Paul Pierce? He said one of the number one things that is hurting the NBA right now, especially here in the America, is the AAU. And I agree with that to a degree, but I think what's really hurting the NBA and what's hurting and sports in general, what's really hurting sports in general, this is what's hurting. Just hear me out. Just hear me out. These phones put you on a program and it does not allow you to be creative. When you see today's children play basketball, and if I'm lying, I'm flying. We're talking about high school level. Back in the days, you knew niggas was nice in high school because when you seen them play, it was like watching an NBA game. These children nowadays, when you watch them, we even talking at the elite college level, it feels like a pickup run with just good basketball players that didn't make it. Nothing stands out. None of these children stand out other than he might have a high vertical. He might have a high vertical. These little niggas don't have no footwork. These little niggas don't have no defense. These little niggas don't even know how to do the basic layups. The entire game is rigged and it's broken. And I don't got nobody to blame. I don't got nobody to blame. I don't got nobody to blame but myself. Because I invested my time in something that's not going to get fixed. Obviously, Adam Silver don't care about what people say. Obviously, Adam Silver don't care about nothing but bringing dollars to the slave masters. That's it. That's it. It's all about investment. And this investment is the reason why all sports in America is in a decline. That's why everything is watered down. Remember, money is called liquid equity, right? The liquid. So when you put water on something, aka money, it gets watered down. The passion, the competitiveness, the determination, the willpower, all of that goes out the window. These things are out the window, guys. You're watching grown men who gets paid millions of dollars to compete at the highest order. You're watching grown men. You're watching grown men give you mediocre work. I don't think there's not a single player in the NBA that really takes the game serious to the point where they want to be the greatest that ever played. I don't think nobody does that. I think everybody is literally just playing basketball for the money. I think everybody is just looking for a check, looking to be on social media, looking to drive the nice cars, sleep with the bad women. I feel like that's what today's NBA is about. I don't feel like anybody is literally in the gym training hard. Kobe Bryant used to train from 2 a.m. to damn near 8 a.m, go to sleep for 2 hours, come right back to do it again. I don't think nobody's doing that. Yeah. And Ty, listen, I'm with you. I'm with you. The reason why I don't watch sports, like college sports, is because these people will be dominant in college ball. It's like, bro, when you come into the NBA, you're gonna be unstoppable. Coming to the NBA and be dirt. And I just don't like feeling like that. I don't use no head polish, man. This is just my regular head, my light. I got my studio light on, and then you see the backlight over here on. Hold on. Matter of fact, let me turn it off. Hold on. Let me turn it off. I use granddaddy shavers. I let my wiz cut my hair, boss. Yeah. Yeah. They start making money and they forget. Like, these little niggas be rookies signing 20-30 million contracts. I'm like, this nigga's a rookie. Why is y'all investing all of this money into this person, bro? Why? He has to show his worth. We don't give a damn of what you did in college. That shit don't mean nothing to nobody. You know how many college basketball? Look at Christian Laettner. Christian Laettner was a dominant force in college basketball. Nigga coming to the NBA and was nothing more than just a height role player. Not even a good role player. He was a height role player. What? We seeing this all across the board, and you guys are throwing millions of dollars to children and then expect these children to take the game serious. You go ahead and give a fat person, a bucket full of candy and then go tell that nigga to go work out hard and see if he's going to do that for you. 08 LeBron? Well, 08 LeBron, he was on the Cavaliers? He was on the Cavaliers. That's when he went to the finals, right? When he took the Cavaliers to the finals against the Spurs. And let me make sure before I say what I have to say. Yeah. These little niggas supposed to be at least putting at least 3 years. You got to show, and every year I got to see improvement. Your first year as a rookie, if you average 10 points, that's all right. But if I'm giving you the keys to the city, I'm expecting you to at least be putting the bare minimum you should be putting up is 18 points a game. If I gave you the keys to the city, if I give you the keys to the team and you are now the franchise player, you have to put the bare minimum of 18 points. And every year after that, it has to go up. You start off with 18. The year after that is 22. The year after that is 25. The year after that is 26, 27. When you reach that 27, 28 points a game and you shooting over 40%, then you have a conversation of an extension. These little niggas be 2 months in, 2 years in, talking about, yeah, I'm ready for an extension. I'm ready to extend my, and it's like, yo, bro, you ain't done nothing for you to get anything extended. You ain't done anything besides play basketball, which we know you can play. Obviously, you made it to the NBA. But what is going to separate you from everybody else? I'm going to give you an example on a player that they did that nonsense to, and he also is part of the reason why the NBA is in this condition. Look at somebody like James Harden. As good as James Harden is, he hasn't done anything warrant of an extension, warrant of top dollars. I don't care if you putting up 35, 45, 55. If you're able to do that in a regular season, I need to see that transition to the NBA playoffs. And if you ain't never take your team to the finals and you're making top dollars, there was a year when he was making more or if not the same amount as LeBron. How can I be giving you all this money and you're giving me mediocre work? You're giving me mediocre work. It's this high level of mediocrity is the reason why the NBA is what it is. Everybody just giving you mediocre work. All-Star Weekend, mediocre. Adam Silver, mediocre. NBA 2K, mediocre. That's why people get a kick out of watching, the old schools, the OGs that's coming out with podcasts and they talking about old NBA. People miss that. People don't like what they saw. Did you guys see the crowd in this year's All-Star game? Did you see the participation of people in this year's All-Star game? The majority of the crowd was empty. They had to fill those seats up with lights. They had to fill those seats up with lights. It's because the game was bad. LeBron James could never be better than Jordan. Shout out to the dude that's on Gilbert Arenas podcast. Sean McKent. That's his name. Shout out to him. He says something that was so profound. And I said, you know what? That's gonna be my stance. When it's pertaining to the greatest basketball players that ever played the game, you have to remove Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant from that conversation. LeBron James could never, and I repeat, never, no basketball player, dead or alive, can never have the skill set of Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. What separates Kobe from Jordan is Kobe had no weaknesses. Kobe could dominate a game with his left hand. The man tore his shoulder out and shot it with his left hand on the post. You know how hard that is? So when we talking about the greatest basketball players that ever lived, when we talking about the greatest basketball player that ever lived, you have to remove Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan. These niggas stay in an island by themselves. They are in an island called top tier, God tier, left hand, right hand, no weaknesses in their games. You put these niggas there and you leave them alone. And then you could trickle down to the arguments. Because you can argue and say that Steph Curry is better than LeBron James. You can argue and say that Kevin Durant is better than LeBron James. You can argue and say that Kawhi Leonard is better than LeBron James. You can say Paul Pierce is better than LeBron James. You could say Dwayne Wade is better than LeBron James. You can say these things. But you will be a fool to say that any one of those players was better than Jordan or Kobe. Facts. So because of that, you must keep these people in their own bracket. Like if there's the top tiers, Jordan and Kobe, then the tier underneath that will be Magic, will be what's the guy's name? Oh, wow. I forgot this man's name. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. It will be Kobe, Jordan. Underneath that will be Magic, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. What's the other guy name? You could put in Bill Russell. What's the other guy's name? You could put in there Tim Duncan. You could put in there Steph Curry. You could. Underneath that, this is where you put the LeBron James. You put LeBron James. You put what's his name? KD. You put Russell. See, you can't even put Russell Westbrook because Russell Westbrook didn't win a championship. Damn. Russ didn't win a championship. So you can't put him up there. Yeah, listen, Kobe's the greatest basketball player that D-Wade put him in the category with the Magic Johnsons and stuff. Nah, he's a tier below that. Dwayne Wade is in the tier below that. Dwayne Wade was cool. Dwayne Wade had weaknesses. Dwayne Wade didn't have a left hand. His defense wasn't phenomenal. Um, and he wasn't a great shooter. He wasn't. You could put Larry Bird up there. You could put Larry Bird. Larry Bird would be in the category of Magic. He will be up there. We talking about skills and domination. Magic Bird was there. The reason why Bird is never considered top of the line is because he was always injured. He was always in. Larry Bird gave you guys 3 good years, maybe 5. Yeah, Shaq definitely. My bad. Shaq is up there. Shaq is up there with Magic. Shaq, Elijah. Who else? You could put. I will put in Wilt Chamberlain, but Wilt Chamberlain. Yeah. I would never put Bill Russell up there because Bill Russell was he was a defender. He wasn't like an all-around dominant player. He was a great defender, great hustle. You know what I'm saying? Like that was his strength, was defense. But we talking about top of the line. We talking about no weaknesses, both hands, control the game. Like I watched this man Jordan control the game, bro. When Kobe Bryant was at his peak and he figured the game out and he changed his number to 24, that man figured out the game. When you watch Kobe Bryant control the game, bro. Charles Barkley was high. Charles Barkley was overrated. No disrespect. He was overrated. He had one good year. And that year, I think that's the year he won that's the year he won his MVP. He had one good year. Charles Barkley is overrated. We could have a conversation about all the overrated players of the NBA, but Charles Barkley was definitely one of the overrated. Nah, he was not the Mike Tyson. The Mike Tyson in the NBA was Charles Oakley. He was all right, bro. Charles Barkley, like I said, he had one good year. That year when he won the MVP was that one good year. Charles Barkley was all right. He was not. Let's not forget that when he was on the 76ers, he wanted out because he was just not that guy. He had to team up with Kevin Johnson. Kevin Johnson and the Suns was already a dominant team. That's like the Orlando Magics. That's like the Warriors already having Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Charles Barkley is what's his name? Is KD, and already came onto a team that's already 50 wins, 60 wins. Yo, Steve, what's wrong with you, bro? Are you okay? Like you becoming you coming too emotional, bro. No, nobody. There's no reason for you to be disrespectful, bro. Relax. He was okay. He was okay. He was not. He's not. The only thing we're gonna remember Charles Barkley for is his Gillette commercials and he made phenomenal sneakers, bro. Other than that, he was okay. All right. Yeah. So when you start being disrespectful, you get up out of here. You gotta go. See you later. We're not gonna be over here calling people out their names or whatever. Said he was all right. We going down. We're going down top tiers. Kobe and Jordan is in there. It's in a room all by themselves. Underneath that, you have Magic. I'll give you Bird. I give you Magic. I'll give you Bird. I'll give you you could put Steph Curry in there. You can. Because Steph Curry won and Steph Curry changed the game. What's Magic John? What's his name? Charles Barkley was just like was just like Tracy McGrady. Tracy McGrady was great, phenomenal. Tracy McGrady was phenomenal. Charles Barkley was phenomenal. But where we come from, that's all right. It's like, bro, if you don't win a championship, if you don't, if you don't make teams, let me tell you something. When teams literally draft players because of you, that's when you know that you're nice, bro. When teams draft players, like, yo, we need 5 centers because this nigga Jordan is just dunking on everybody. That's how you know you dominant, bro. When they gotta get good defenders to stop you from dribbling, that's how you know you good. Charles Barkley wasn't that, bro. He wasn't. You guys, it's not me acting like the man wasn't great. He was great, but he was just not that nigga. He wasn't. He was never that nigga. Just like David Robinson was never that nigga. Wasn't that nigga. When I'm saying about him and T-Mac, I'm saying there was a time where T-Mac was averaging like 36 points a game, bro. In a season. Was just killing. That was Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley, that MVP season when he won MVP, he was putting up phenomenal numbers. I'm like, okay, Charles, all right. But to be in the category of Jordan, Kobe, Magic, Bird, Charles Barkley is in the conversation with Dominique Wilkins. Dominique was dominant. He's in the conversation with Julius Erving. Julius Erving was dominant. You get what I'm saying? I'm not knocking away these people's legacy. These people are legends. Listen, I'd rather watch Charles Barkley right now. Him, I get more of a kick with him and Kenny Smith running to touch the TV screen than I do watching the All-Star Weekend. But when it's pertaining to greatness, we're talking great, bro. We talking about no weakness in their games. Charles had weakness in his game. Why you think he never won? Because when it was time to lock him up, shut him out, they took him out. He was not mentally strong. He didn't carry. He didn't have that with him. He didn't have it. It's not me. It's not me discrediting him or acting like he's not phenomenal. He was phenomenal, but he just wasn't that nigga. That's all I'm saying. He was never that nigga. You said Charles did change the game. He had big dudes thinking they could dribble and go coast to coast. All right. So, okay. So you got that. If that's what y'all want to say, then fine. But overall, he just was, and you guys know what I'm talking about. If put the emotions aside and let's just talk logical sense. We're talking about eye view, right? Measuring talent, greatness for greatness. In the time of Charles Barkley's dominance of the NBA, was he ever better than Jordan? Was he ever better than Jordan? Nah. Was he ever better than Magic? Nah. Was he better than Isaiah Thomas? Nah. Was he better than John Stockton and Karl Malone? Nah. He wasn't. He wasn't. Just because you listen, okay, so let me ask you a question. Derrick Rose won MVP. Derrick Rose is the greatest ever. Derrick Rose won MVP with LeBron, Kobe, Carmelo. All these people was at their prime. That doesn't mean anything, bro. He just got it. It's cool. It's all right. He just got it. It's all right. But he was not that nigga. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, but listen, Kobe was tight about it too because that year was supposed to be Kobe's MVP, but they gave it to him, and it's fine. It happens, and sometimes it comes with politics, bro. It comes with politics. Let's just give the NBA a little flair. It comes with the politics, but anybody knows. I know. Have a good one, Pippen. Yeah, the All-Star game. We talking about the All-Star game. Talking about it all. But that Jordan was the man. That Kobe was the man. You knew out of the 82 game season, that Jordan, Kobe was going to give you at least 80% of pure dominance every time they was on the court. Charles Barkley wasn't that. Bro, Pacer, you serious? Yo, bro, when you get a chance, run up Scottie Pippen's numbers. You guys be acting like Scottie Pippen was literally like the most second best option on the team. Scottie Pippen was shooting 33%. Was not even averaging more than 22 points a game. The man used to miss crucial free throws. Y'all acting like Pippen was really the piece to Jordan's greatness. Like if Jordan didn't have Pippen, there would not be no championship. No, that's not true. It's not true. You see, let me tell you the difference between Jordan and Pippen, right? The NBA is filled with Pippens. Right now, even right now as we speak, filled with Pippens. Long, athletic, could play the wing, filled with Pippen. Scottie Pippen will be phenomenal in today's NBA. But there's not too many NBA that has a Jordan. Yeah, I'm serious. Scottie was not the second option, bro. Let me tell you who was the first option. Jordan. Let me tell you who the second option was. Jordan. Let me tell you who the third option was. Jordan. The fourth option was what's his name? Scottie Pippen. The fifth option was Dennis Rodman. Now, a lot of you guys don't know that some of the championship runs was because of defense based on Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman took Karl Malone out of the game mentally. That's how the Bulls was able to beat the Utah Jazz, bro. That man got under this man's skin. So if I'm blowing crack, then tell me, so what was Scottie Pippen's average? What was Scottie Pippen's average in the finals? No, it wasn't Scottie that took them to the conference finals. It was Phil Jackson that took them to the conference finals. Pacers, tell me. What was his playoff record? What was his numbers during the playoffs? Guarantee you was mediocre. Well, how much was he averaging? Yes, Scott. Yeah, Phil Jackson. Listen, the reason why the NBA is the way that it is right now is because they didn't want the Phil Jackson. They didn't want that triangle offense. Yes, that triangle offense is the ultimate offense nobody can break. It's a Da Vinci code nobody can break. Phil Jackson. Scottie Pippen is good, but y'all acting like he was the night to Jordan's day or the day to Jordan's night, and it really wasn't that. Scottie Pippen made the baskets when they needed to be made, and he played good defense. But the star of the entire team was Jordan, bro. I watched this man. Listen, if Scottie Pippen was that phenomenal, why would Jordan have to average 35 points, 40 points? Why? He could have easily just put up 26 and Pippen handled the rest. You see, this is the argument that a lot of guys you like to do, right? For example, right? Everybody will say that Kobe Bryant wouldn't be Kobe Bryant wouldn't won those 3 rings if it wasn't for Shaq. But people don't understand that if Kobe Bryant wasn't on the team, Shaq wasn't winning nothing. Kobe Bryant meant more to Shaq than Shaq did to Kobe. Kobe Bryant meant Kobe Bryant meant more to Shaq than Shaq did to Kobe. There was already high expectations on Shaq. There was already high expectations on Shaq. Nobody expected Kobe Bryant to do what he did. In fact, I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna tuck it up a notch. Kobe Bryant was mentally stronger than Shaq because during the playoff runs, Shaq, when he wasn't playing at home, was giving you terrible games on the road. Tell me I'm lying. Pacers, there's 19, 18, and 5. That's who's that? That's Pippen's number. You are you sure? Is this Pippen's number 19, 8, and 5? That's Pippen's number. You telling me? You know what I'm saying? We tend to always act like we tend to always act um uh uh like Pippen was just this phenomenal 1-2 punch. Like he was Dwayne Wade to LeBron, and LeBron was Dwayne. You know what I'm saying? Like it really wasn't that. Pippen was okay. He was all right. He was all right. He was all right, bro. It was all right. He wasn't a Kobe. He wasn't a Shaq. There wasn't a series. There wasn't a series where Pippen was the dominant player of the game. Wasn't. He was good at what he did. He was good at what he did until he ran into real ballers like Grant Hill, who made him look like a 3-year-old. So he ran into Dominique Wilkins. So he ran into Clyde Drexler. Like these people was playing was making Scottie great games came against teams like the Knicks, man. Come on, guys. Are we doing this? The Knicks, the Pacers. His games was the best between the Knicks, the Pacers. Um, forgot the other team. He stand out with. Yeah, it was another team. The Knicks, the Pacers, and it was another team. Yeah, bro. See, you laughing. If Grant Hill didn't have those ankle injuries, bro, probably would have been one of the greatest that ever played the game of basketball, bro. You see how you moving the goalpost paces. You just said he was the best two guard in the league. That doesn't matter if it's the top team in the East. That's not the argument. The argument is you're saying he's the best two guard in the league. If he's the best two guard, that means he's the best against every team. And if he is playing, you know what I'm saying, his best or his mediocre games against the top teams, then what really is he top tier about? When Jordan went into a team, it's a possibility that you're getting 50 that night. It's a possibility you might get 60 that night. It's a possibility. When Pippen get on the court, you're not getting more. You'll be lucky if you get a 45 piece. You'll be lucky if you get a 35 piece. He's going to give you the 18 to 20. He's not going to shoot the three. His percentage on the field. We talking jump shots. We're not talking taking it to the hole. We talking jump shots. We know that is under 33%. That is facts. This is not me saying this. So again, Scottie Pippen was I wasn't he wasn't the reason why Jordan won championships. Jordan won championships because he had a great coach named Phil Jackson with a phenomenal triangle offense that still can be broken to this very day. And not only can it can be broken, but it can't even be played among certain players. Like you have to be that alpha dominant to play the game, bro. Have to. Anybody's gonna say that. Anybody's gonna say that. I bet you he won't say it now. I bet you after all the stuff that this man said after the last dance and all that, I bet you Jordan won't ever say that now. I promise you. Everybody's gonna say that's my homie. Like, yeah, man, I wouldn't have been nothing about my man's. In the back of my mind, man, nigga, if you wasn't there, nigga, I'm still dropping 60. I'm still dropping 60. That's all I'm saying. You guys are defending. You guys can't argue the facts, bro. The fact of the matter is Pippen was good. Pippen was good. He wasn't great. He was good. He was all right. He's above good. Because good, good, you could get that in the park. He played a good game. Pippen was a step above good. I can't say he was great because he never dominated the game. Right? Okay, Pippen was excellent. He was excellent. He was he was extraordinary. He was that, but he wasn't God tier. Pippen didn't put no fear in nobody's heart. Pippen didn't. When you listen to the players, when they knew the Bulls was in town, there wasn't no game plan to stop Pippen. How do we stop number 23? How do we stop number 23? Oh, my bad. You just can't stop him. Just leave him alone. And we're not gonna act like Ron Harper didn't play a pivotal role. Like I'm an 80s baby, bro. I watched every finals from the Bulls from the beginning to the end. We're not gonna act like Ron Harper didn't play a part. We're not gonna act like Luke Longley didn't play a part. We're not gonna act like Tony Kukoc didn't play a part. We're not gonna act like Steve Kerr didn't make the opening shot, the necessary threes, where they had to take the ball out of Jordan's hands. And the last Jordan looked for Steve Kerr before he looked for the so-called number 2 player on the team, Scottie Pippen. Yeah. Yeah. Pippen is cool. Pippen ain't. Pippen is just not. You know what I'm saying? Pippen. If Jordan had Ron Artest, would he still win 6 championships? Absolutely. If Jordan had Eddie Jones, will he still win the championships? Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to see who does Pippen measure up to when it comes to all around basketball status. If Jordan had Tony Allen, will he win 6 championships? Absolutely. Like, oh man. If Jordan had Shane Battier, will he win 6 championships? Absolutely. So Pippen would never be the reason why Jordan is what he is and how he won 6 rings. And Jordan and what's his name? Pippen was on Jordan's team. Pippen was on Jordan's team when they lost 3 years in a row to the Pistons. Who turned up the switch? Jordan. And listen, I love me some. I love me a Pippen. You know what I'm saying? I love all old school basketball, bro. Anything that's better than what I'm seeing now, I support it, bro. The NBA is so bad right now. I can watch an old school Bobcats game, like for real. Like I can watch an old school Bobcats game, then sit back and watch what I'm seeing now. You said not if Pippen is on Barkley's team. Who's Barkley? Charles Barkley? So you're telling me if Charles Barkley had Scottie Pippen, Charles Barkley will be winning championships? Is that what you're saying, sir? Are you telling me that if Scottie Pippen teamed up with Charles Barkley, Charles Barkley wins championships? Wasn't Charles Barkley and Scottie Pippen playing on the same team in the Houston Rockets with Olajuwon? Yeah. Okay. So basically, so what you're saying to me, so guys, listen to what's being said. So what he's trying to allude to is saying that Jordan is only great as he is because of Scottie Pippen. Because if Scottie Pippen was on another team like Charles Barkley, then Jordan loses. Okay. 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 So we gonna act like Jordan dominating the Pacers, dominating the Knicks, dominating the Bucks. We just gonna act like, as great as Jordan was, 5-time MVP, all defensive, all offensive. This nigga got all the awards you can imagine. That nigga got all of that. And you telling me that if Scottie Pippen was not with Jordan, he does not win nothing. He loses. Yeah. Mm. And as far as the Daytona, I don't watch race cars, bro. I'm not into that Vin Diesel, running around the track for 22 hours for no reason. The last 500 I watched was Dale Earnhardt Jr., no, senior, dying right in front of the whole entire world. And I think the reason why I was watching that because prior to that show happening, I think Mark McGuire and Sammy Sosa was going at it and breaking the home run record. So yeah, I was watching that. But other than that, no, I don't know what goes on. But like I was saying, guys, the NBA is not what it is. The All-Star game needs to be eradicated. I want all of us to just start a petition. We need 1 million signatures so we can give it to this Adam Silver. I will drop it on their desk personally. And we need to get the All-Star game removed. It's just over for it. We don't need to watch it anymore. Just give us Sports Center, give us Sports Century, where we can just go down memory lane, reminisce, you know what I'm saying? Watch the All-Star games of old, reminisce, laugh, smile, cry, and keep it pushing. Other than that, we don't need that no more. It's just over for the All-Star game. I can honestly say that it's over for that. Just give us the day off. Give these athletes the day off. Just give these athletes the day off. Allow us to sit back and enjoy Father. What was it? President's Day in one piece. And this is probably going to be the last time I'm ever gonna support or watch any All-Star game ever. I didn't watch the All-Star game this Sunday, and I'm not gonna watch the dunk contest next year. I'm not gonna watch the 3-point contest next year. The 3-point contest. Listen, man. Oh my jeez, boy. Yeah. So I'm gonna leave it as that, guys. It's 12 o'clock. I'm gonna leave it as that. I'm done. No more NBA sports for me. Scottie Pippen will never be nowhere next to Jordan. Like I said, you said 3-point contest next year is gonna have some heavy hitters. Nah. The only thing that's gonna save the 3-point contest is having the legends versus the current greats. Bring Larry Bird out, bring Mark Price out, bring Pedro Stojakovic out, You know what I'm saying? I bring the shooters out and let them compete with Steph Curry, Klay Thompson. You know what I'm saying? Bring Del Curry out, bring Reggie Miller out, bring the shooters, bring Lethal Shooter out. Yeah, I want to see Lethal Shooter on the main stage. Bring him out. Make that shit phenomenal. Nah, you can't pull a hamstring when you just shooting the ball. Pause. Bring these people out, bro. I don't want to see none of this basketball, none of these 3 point. And then, you know, like I said, it's just so friendly, bro. It's just so friendly. I'm seeing Giannis just hugging everybody. I'm like, yo, my nigga, you hugging everybody? You know, these people trying to take your head off? Like, oh, yeah. Yeah. That's like right now, the only team that I honestly like right now is the Detroit Pistons. And because they carry that Piston vibe, like, yo, I don't like you. I'm gonna slap the shit out of you. Don't come over here talk. Like, I like that, bro. I like seeing dudes compete at a high, you know, accelerated, aggressively, you know what I'm saying? Like dude is ready to eat your family alive type of time. Like, yo, like, damn, you like that, bro? All right, cool. It's, you know what I'm saying? Like, all this friendship shit, man. Blame LeBron for that. But yeah, man, get rid of that. Homie said they're gonna have heavy hitters next year. Let me know. You know what I'm saying? Follow me on social media, ROD Pod. We outside. It's your brother, man. You understand? And I'm a holla.